Hi, welcome to Sharon Elaine's week 2 of The Naked Truth by Unleashed Minds, which is my company. Although today I'm being sponsored by Carmex. No, I'm just kidding. It's just, that's all I have on is Carmex, so, or whatever. Anyway, yeah, I want to talk about a few things this week. One of the things I want to talk about is how do we feel about being really, truly honest with others about potentially embarrassing things about our lives or ourselves. I was thinking this week about the fact that I don't really talk too much about that I take pills. Da, da, da. No, not the kind of illegal drugs that you're probably hoping for or wanting me to tell you I'm taking. They're prescription, but let me back up a little bit. 3 years ago, when I started a very stressful job, I won't mention the name of the company. I recently quit about a month ago from there. Big relief. I also recently, after that point, my daughter moved to Malaysia with her husband, who his father has a business there. Love them to death, love him to death. And they had a grandchild for me, my very first, and it's just for me. It's not for them. It's just want to make that clear. Um, I it's wonderful. It's absolutely fantastic. One of the best things ever happened in my life, and it's very difficult as well because of course they're so far away. Um, it sounds like these are excuses for what I'm about to tell you about my pills, but I guess they're just kind of reasons. And I want people who have to take antidepressants or anti-anxiety medications or any kind of medication or health issue or something you're embarrassed about your body or about what you feel that you need to do in your life. Perhaps you have obsessive compulsive disorder, which is very common, and you have to count the steps as you walk up and down them, and things that make you feel different from other people. It's um, it's really a shame that once again this is an area where we feel uncomfortable. We feel like this is something we have to keep private. It's something to be embarrassed about. It's something that makes us less than other people. So I'm just going to be open with mine today and say that I have been on antidepressants and anti-anxiety pills for about the last 3 years, off and on, different ones, checking them to see what actually works for me. So I'm not one of those people. I don't remember which religion it is that says no doctors, no pills. Everything can be done with whatever faith, visualization, affirmations. I'm all for all of the affirmations and such, but I also don't shun the community of doctors who have come up with some pretty good help for some of us out there. So if you're one of those people, I hope that you take this week to look at yourself in a different way and say, once again, I'm okay. It's okay that this is a part of my life. This is something that makes me me. It makes me unique in who I am. Do I need to stay with this particular whatever it is, tool, crutch, some people might call it? I'm not in denial about that. It could potentially be that as well for myself. But do I have to stay with this forever? Potentially not. I don't need to know that right now. Right now, I need to know what is working for me and take real stock every day into asking myself, is this working for me? Is this something that is helping me? Is this something I've been told I have to do? Or is this something that I'm ashamed of? Self-discovery questions are really important. And I actually have a book coming out not too long from now with some more of those types in it. And I hope you'll check that out in the next few months. Speaking real quickly of affirmations, I don't remember if I showed you in the last one about my book of affirmations. I'll quickly put it in here. It's The Book of Affirmations by Sharon Elaine. Look for it on Amazon. It's on Kindle, Nook, iTunes, print. It's all over the place. In case you have trouble looking at yourself and telling yourself positive self-talk statements, then it might help. I hope it helps. That's why I wrote it. I really had amazing time writing that years ago and feeling I needed them. And that's why I wrote it and I still use it. And it's a tool that I feel came through me from whatever divine part of myself had this information, and I do use it. So if that's another tool that you can use, I hope that you will get it and it will help you. Also, just to end on kind of a different note today, I want to talk about I talked last week about some of the crazy stuff on television. And then this week, I was looking at some stuff on television and I thought, that's pretty cool. They're starting to make some changes in different ways. Maybe I didn't see them before because I wasn't looking for them. So I'm going to make a concerted effort to start noticing when there are changes being made in what I consider a positive way in the media, in magazines, and wherever. So I'll be talking about that here in just a moment. One more quick thing before I do. A lot of you know that I win lots of things. That's another part of my life. Go to UnleashedMinds.com, my website, and you'll see all the pictures of all the wins that I've won. I won 4 things just this past week, so I win all the time. Wrote a book about it, the whole thing. But anyway, the reason I mention this is I was about to enter a sweepstakes the other day. And I don't ever, when I'm entering a sweepstakes, think, oh, I can't win this. I just think, oh, I've got as good a shot as anybody else, and I'm a very positive person, so I'll probably win something. And it's worked out well for me over the years. But I got to this one this week, and it was for Project Runway. Okay, I love Project Runway. If you're out there, Project Runway, love you. Absolutely love you. You're fantastic. Everybody on the show especially, I feel is very non-judgmental on, like heavier people and people who aren't perfect and that kind of thing. And yet the prize was to go to Project Runway finale, and you'd get to see all of the runway shows at the end, and of course all the perfect people walking up and down. And I thought, would I feel comfortable? So that's something that I really needed to look at. Can I be comfortable literally in a room of people where I'm probably going to be the only obese person? Wow, something to look at. I entered the damn sweepstakes, okay? So if I happen to be chosen, and of course it's random, they don't choose based on, whether I want to go or not, or whether I'm obese or not. Once they randomly choose, if I'm the winner, I think that would kind of be a hoot. And I would represent for all of us who are obese or overweight and are living with the situation, whether we're trying to change it or not. So I just wanted to tell you to maybe do the same thing this week. If you're invited somewhere and you'd really like to go, and you stop to think, oh, I better not go because, I'll be the only fat person there, and oh, I'm going to be all sweaty, and I'm going to look terrible, and whatever. Screw that. I mean, really, just screw that. Just if it's something you want to, go to it. And if you need to feel thin, feel it in your mind. And if other people look at you oddly, you know what? Screw them. I mean, you probably don't want to be their friends anyway if they're going to be like that. So, you know. So there's my little rant on that. But I did notice that in myself this week, and I almost didn't enter. I'm just very very disappointed in myself at the moment, but I did. I entered. Okay, real quick, I have to tell you the ones this week that I felt were fantastic as far as the commercials and such that I saw. Those Special K commercials, bravo to you, where it is, of course, the tags on your clothes aren't numbers. It's called You're So Much More Than a Number, and the jean sizes are words like radiant and confident, etc. I know they've had these off and on where people step on the scale and they see things like that, which is also fantastic. But for some reason it really clicked with me this week where it literally said that on the tag of the jeans. I thought that was so great because any woman who is out there knows that they just screw with us when they talk about the size of clothing. I mean, come on. They're smoking something, they're in a room, they're like, let's screw with these women, and let's make this a 10 today and let's make it a 24 tomorrow, or vice versa. So yeah, yeah, whatever fits, and you can afford it and you'll feel fabulous in it. Screw the number, it's just a number. Also, love the commercials this year with the regular looking young people who are looking at themselves in the mirror and they're telling themselves the how they want to project themselves excuse me, in the new year. Wow, I saw this one with this little girl, long braid in her hair. If you happen to see this, whoever you are out there, just an adorable little girl. And I was thinking, oh, they're gonna do a makeover on her. They're gonna, because she starts off saying, last year I projected myself like this. Hi. And I thought for sure they were going to do this makeover on her and she was going to be this perfect, whatever. And she didn't change at all. And she looked at herself in the mirror and said something like, and this year I'm going to be like, yeah, hey, sup, how you doing? And I was like, whoa. So I thought that was outstanding. So I'm just real excited to see this kind of stuff on there. Positive body image, positive, and it's not just body image, it's just positive image, period. We don't have to look like everybody else. We don't have to feel like everybody else. We're unique. So, with those words, those many words this week, it's a little longer one this week, but hope you had fun with it. So, remember, have a great week. Stay naked. No, wait, that can't be a new catchphrase. That's ridiculous. Anyway, hope you come to my website, UnleashedMinds.com. Enter my sweepstakes, which I do have going on, and I'll see you next week. Happy winning.